Schoology tips and tricks. Tip number 23, media albums. If you have never seen this feature in Schoology, I hope you will be able to find a way to use it in your classroom. I think they're really great, and I actually wish that I had paid attention to this option and tried it out when I was still in the classroom. So, up here under Add Materials, you have the option to add a media album. When you do that, you will title your album. I'm just going to call this, cat pictures. You can give it a description, add a picture of your cat. And this is what your students would see. And then you have a couple options down here. You can assign this album individually. So if you have made grading groups for your students, you could assign it just to specific grading groups. So if they have individual projects and you only want your students to see the album for their group, for their grading group or small group, whatever, you can individually assign this. You have the publish option. You have comments. You can have comments enabled or disabled so that students can comment on each other's pictures or the pictures that you have added. But this is the biggie. So right now, by default, instructors and students can add media to this album. If you want it to be an album that only you have added pictures to, you would actually change that to only instructors can add media. I'm going to leave that on that students can as well. And then you can copy this album to another course. When I hit create, now it is ready for me to add some media. So I can go into my pictures and I called this kitty. So I'm going to grab a couple pictures of my kitties. I want this one and I want this one. And I'm going to grab this guy and I hit add media. And now I have 3 pictures here. I can add more media and I can also click on these to add a caption. And then there is a place to comment these. So what this could look like in the classroom. This is a gallery walk that one of our Spanish teachers did recently with her students. So her students created an infographic on Canva, which they submitted as an assignment. But then they also did a picture file of their infographic to place in the gallery walk media album for their class. So I can open up this picture and I can see this infographic right here in the media album. And my students can go around, they can see all of the infographics that were made in the classroom. So this teacher had then a graphic organizer, and there was certain information that students during the gallery walk took from these infographics into their graphic organizer to show that they had gone through all of their classmates' infographics. So that's one way to do it. Again, no caption here, but the name of the file lets me know whose this was. And then you can have almost like a discussion board. You can have students write comments on each of these as well. And then I hit next to go to the next infographic in this file. And it makes it a really nice place to see all of the great work that your students have done. These do have to be picture files. So PDFs cannot be dropped in here. It has to be a picture file, so PNG or JPEG file to drop it into a media album. But it's a really cool way for your students to present in class. There's a lot of features and functions to a media album that you might be able to use in your classroom.